God is one, but his expressions are many. The idea of one God is professed in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Ye yatha mama prapadyante tathaiva bhajami aham, which means, by whatsoever way men seeks me, I accept them the same way. Thus, there is one God who appears to us in the form of that we seek him. It applies to all human beings in any part of this universe. In the Gita, he appears in both ways, Nirakar, formless, and Sakar, with form. The Ishwar, who created this vast creation, can also assume a form simultaneously at many places. He can express himself in many forms and in many numbers. The Ras Leela of Krishna is an example of this. While dancing with gopis, he is with every one of them at the same time. Krishna says in the Gita, all beings are equal to me. I am the same to all beings. There is none whom I hate, nor is anyone dear to me. However, those who worship me in devotion abide in me, and I also remain in them. All deities are forms of that one God. The devotees who worship different deities for some material gain or for curing their suffering are also his worshippers. Krishna says there are 4 types of his devotees. The first is Artha, a devotee who worships for the sake of removal of suffering. The second, called Artharthi, worships for acquiring material possessions. A seeker of knowledge is the third kind, called Jichnasu. The last one is a man of wisdom, who identifies with him with exclusive devotion. The rewards made available to such devotees by the other gods and goddesses are bestowed by the Supreme Being only ultimately. So the different forms of different deities are also manifestations of the one absolute, omnipotent, all-pervading God. Shri Krishna emphasizes his supremacy. Matha parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana eva. The verse implies, there are nothing higher than me, O Arjun. All glorious being and thing are woven in me, just as precious stones are strung upon a single thread. Here, to one God, the string holds together numerous divine manifestations, precious stones. At several places in the Gita, Krishna declares that God resides in the hearts of all. That is yet another pointer to one God pervading the entire universe. The Vishwarupa, cosmic form of that Krishna, shows as described in the 11th chapter of the Gita, is another splendid display of all divine expressions being included in that one God. The one appears as many. The 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga of the Gita, talks of God being the basic of everything in the entire universe that shines with extraordinary charm and power. Please understand, says Krishna, that anything or anybody in this vast universe endowed with the most impressive qualities or glory has arisen from a part of my effulgence. Thus, there are numerous pointers in the Gita to the overarching truth that God is one and his expressions are many. Thank you for listening. For more content like this, please subscribe.